This is Journeys of Empowerment. More than a podcast. It's a circle of belonging, where every story becomes a turning point. I'm Michiel Sujitreit. Here, we don't just share experiences. We pause, reflect, and realign with what truly matters. Before we dive in, a word of gratitude to our very first believer and sponsor, Noten. We've all seen it. New processes, detailed training, tighter KPIs, yet somehow, the real shift never takes root. Because transformation doesn't start in the system. It starts in the human being. Neotopia understands that lasting change isn't about control, but about awareness. In their awareness workshop, you'll explore why strong processes still break down in execution, why learning fades when it's not embodied, and how to build teams that take ownership, not just orders. Change that drains people won't last, but change that awakens behavior, that's what moves everyone forward. Ready to lead differently and from awareness? Visit neotopia.nl. What if loving yourself could become an act of service? Not the kind that closes you off from the world, but the kind that ripples outward, changing the way others see themselves too. In this episode, I sat down with Sam Noten, a Dutch-Surinamese artist whose Ikigai-inspired creations bridge art, self-love, and soulful connection. Her journey moved through loss, anger, and awakening, from corporate life and caretaking roles to a deeper calling as a visual guide, helping others remember that they are enough. We explored how each symbol she draws becomes a mirror for healing and reflection, how intuition began to replace structure, and how self-love turned from a quiet practice into a ripple effect of empowerment. We also talked about the wisdom of her roots, the language of emotion in her art, and what empathy can teach us about leadership and life. As Sam shared, "You are enough. My art is a reminder to be kind to yourself and love who you are." And I'll be carrying this one for a while, that every act of gentleness toward yourself is a quiet revolution against the noise. Let's begin. Welcome to Journeys of Empowerment. Sam!
Yeah.
Oh, it was quite an experience right away from the very first start. You entered the door of the home studio, because I have to a little bit explain what happened. You're an artist.
Yes.
And I had to pick a card. And you draw something. And you will explain in a better way than I do. But that whole experience of the first half hour, 45 minutes, completely got me off guard. Completely was right away in my heart. I couldn't say anything when you revealed your drawing, your beautiful piece of art. So welcome. I'm still trying to come back into my role. I'm a host.
Yes.
And
I'm
my
sorry.
first principle, maybe I have to practice the first, so practice what you preach. So the first principle of the podcast is host like I connect. The second one is, although it starts with me, it's not about me. The third one is having my own opinion while stay open-minded. The fourth is asking genuine questions to enrich the conversation. The fifth is our journey is the reward. And the sixth is our mutual responsibility. Make it worth sharing. So this helped me to come back. Normally I do that in my head. Now I do it, say it out loud, to get back in my role as host, because you caught me off guard right away with who you are. So thank you very much and welcome to Journeys of Empowerment, Sam Noten.
Yes.
And let's dive in and right away jump into a intriguing question. Who are you becoming?
Well, thank you for having me, Michelle. Who am I becoming? Well, at the moment, I'm Sam Noten, and I'm an artist, and I create art for people with Ikigai. And the reason of your being, why you have been born. It's a Japanese philosophy. And who am I becoming? Well, I want to reach out to a lot of people and touch them with my art. My art is about self-love. Mm-hmm. It's about their essence. And it's a reminder to be kind to themselves and that they are enough.
Wow.
So who am I becoming? I'm becoming that I have more time to touch more hearts and more people.
You surely did in the first 30 minutes when you entered the studio. And wow. So the Ikigai. Maybe elaborate a little bit more for people who don't know what the Ikigai is and what your art is and what you're aiming for.
Yes. I have two explanations about it. Because when you ask Japanese people what Ikigai is for them like sometimes you are busy, maybe you're doing the dish, you're washing off, and then you all get a reminder, I got to call my mom. Like a hinge, okay. And then you're going to do that or not. But that's like the explanation I got from what it is for Japanese people. And then you got the Western concept. Like two people came there, they went to a town where people get old, and they did a research about how they becoming old, like good food, the way of life. And it's made like Ikigai, the reason of your being. Why do you get up in the morning? And it's like the first one is what do you love? You can you make your money with it? Can you help the world with who you are? And so I got a brain.
No problem. No, but your vocation. So what do you want to bring out in the world?
Yes, and with all this together, that makes your Ikigai.
So the intersection of all the circles,
yes.
And then the intersection, that is your Ikigai.
Oh yeah, what do you love? That's the second one, yeah. So, and all this, I combine this with art, with pen and ink art. I have 42 symbols now. You will find on my website, you'll find 40. But every time, also if I made like 16 symbols, they started with me. Then it evolves. Then I meet other people, and I started drawing for them. And other symbols were connecting to me. And if I draw for myself, I don't get them. But for different people, I get different symbols. So my symbols are evolving as well. So from 3 years ago, 16, now I have 42. And if you combine, if you have 42 symbols and you combine it, then you know that it's a lot of storytelling.
Beautiful. You mentioned that there are 40 now on the website.
Yes.
Which are the two latest two?
One is an eye that is shut, and it's like about your third eye. It's like spiritual. So that one. And the other one, I draw it somewhere, but I cannot mention it anymore what it is. But I have it somewhere because I didn't draw it a lot. I think it's, I don't know it anymore.
No problem. And where does your inspiration come from?
Love. Your essence, energy, people's spirituality also. Yes, if people would love themselves more, besides all the noise they have inside of them or getting to them, then the world would be a different place.
And you're building your brand under the name samnoten.com?
Yes. Yes. That's my website and my initials. SVP, this is for my first 3 names.
Your first three names.
Yes, and that's SVP.
Yes.
And SVP in French is also s'il vous plaît.
Yeah.
Here you go. And then you got SVP for you. Like, here you go. This is for you.
Nice. And where does the V and the P stand? The first stands for Samantha.
Yes.
In short, for friends. Sam?
I'm not going to tell you because I know a lot of people know. No, I'm not going to tell you. Okay, the second one I can't tell you is Victorine. It's for my mom.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, that's okay.
My second name
Yes.
is Sujit.
Yes.
Sujit in English means auspicious victory.
Nice. Ha! Connection.
Connection.
How many do we got already? A lot.
Insane, huh?
Yes.
It's as if we know each other for years.
Yes.
That's interesting because we have the same kind of feeling. Where do you think that comes from? When people feel that they know each other for years, only met for the first time just 30 minutes ago. Where do you think, do you believe that feeling comes from?
I think, well, my roots are also from India. My great-grandmother was from Calcutta. So she's from India. So I have roots all over the place. Europe, Asia, the south of America. Europe, of course, the Netherlands. So India, the connection, I understand. Also with Trishanka, I understand.
And understanding is on another level than just cognitive intelligence, right? It's on a deeper level.
It's deeper. It's sometimes you meet people, you don't need words. You can stand next to each other, and within a few minutes, everything's been said. It's beautiful. It's an experience, and you cannot tell. But if you look in each other's eyes, if I'm looking at you, and you know our eyes are twinkling, but I know I'm gonna have some fun. We're going to. When people see you, okay, they have fun. We want to go in their energy. So
beautiful, it's amazing, and in just 10 minutes, you already told so much about all the different world experiences, right? So where does your name originally come from?
Well, I think that's from slavery. If like the Noten,
yeah,
that's from slavery, and I know that the diaspora and that I'm original back to Africa, like West Africa, so the West Coast. I know that. So what my name is, I know it's like slavery. They gave the people names, so it's like Noten. But you know, I'm Suriname. And the first thing my mom tells me, if I'm also, like then I was dating with a beautiful man, also Suriname, what is their last name? Because it can be family. So she gave me all the names. If you're grootvaam, Noten, Jubitana, like she gave me all the names, then it's family. So that's really funny.
Shall we start aligning with what you're doing?
Yes, that's okay.
Right now, a little bit align it to your personal journey. Let's start figuring out the life critical events in your life, which ultimately helped you and led you and lead you to the path you are on right now, to becoming you, who you are, and who you are becoming. Let's go to early childhood. Your parents. You were born in the Netherlands or not?
Born in the Netherlands in Amsterdam City. Yes, Amsterdam City. Stayed there in 1 year. Then 6 years we stayed in Alkmaar. Beautiful home. Then we went to Amstelveen. And when I was 20, I went back to Amsterdam. And I stayed in Amsterdam.
Yeah. And tell me a little bit about the childhood and the upbringing.
Childhood upbringing, well, my parents are divorced. And so my mom was working. and also support from my dad. And my childhood. Well, I have 4 brothers, one from my dad and 3 from my mom. So I was the middle child, princess. And I had a childhood like, children were, especially the ladies, the children. I'm sitting in ladies. The girls, yes. The girls were playing with dolls and all the stuff. And if you see me, if you know me, I'm, how do you call it? People they call sometimes like tomboy or, that. I'm not a girly girl. I'm just like, oh, what did my brothers got? They got, for instance, a surprise with St. Nicholas, and they got a beautiful motor, and they would put the stickers on it, like, what was it again that we were looking when we were younger? Chips.
Oh, yes, yeah,
chips.
With Poncherello.
And they were having that, and I loved that series. And then my parents gave me a doll. Yeah, I loved it. And my parents came with a doll. My brothers got something beautiful, and they gave me a doll. And I was like, why? And it was a dark little doll. I think I had 1 or 2, I don't know. So I looked at it, I put it away, and I went to my brothers. I was like, So, and my mom also mentioned a scene in Siena when I was young. And my mom said, yeah, you can pick out a beautiful dress. And I was like, stupid dress. And I was a child. And people were looking. My mom said like, Sam, you looked at the dress and you said stupid dress. And I hid the dress. So my childhood, I was also, your parents. Sometimes my mom had it hard financial, but that was okay. But then I also was wearing things from my brother. But they had like crazy, beautiful trousers. And I also had my own trousers, but I loved the trousers of my brother. Yeah, so my childhood, it was, if I'm thinking about my childhood, because I had a few things. Because of my brothers looking at soccer or Formula 1. I was like, why, And then I came at school and then all the girls were talking. Did you see the Safe and Sprung? That was really hot under the girls. And I was like, no, I saw Formula 1. So you can imagine. But what I used to do, I loved to puzzle when I was young. I love to be, I'm a very romantic person. So back in the days, you had those little, you still have them, but those fell romantic. I could read it. I said like, good night, everybody. At 8 o'clock, I went to my bed and I read it all through within 6 hours. A very romantic person. So I loved that. And and I was reading books. Beside that, also different books. And puzzling and drawing. Those were my 3 passions.
You mentioned that you had already 16 symbols for yourself before you started to evolve and having conversations with people, and new came into your mind and in your spiritual mind. And what were the not all the 16, but maybe 5 symbols for yourself? Because you say the dice, the puzzle. And that's
yes.
That one I saw also a little bit back in my drawing, a puzzle. But what were essential of those 16 essential pieces for you?
I know I had the eye. That was the first one that people really saw every time. It's like the way you look at yourself or people are looking at you. I know I had birds for freedom. Yeah, I love my freedom. The branch. Also, so for your growth, of course, I'm always busy with personal growth. Stairs, because it's another level you go to. You have to take the stairs to go to another level.
Does the stairs always go up?
Well, the thing is, I know what I did. is that a few times I have, if I make a stair, most of the time there's also a gate.
Yeah.
And sometimes I draw it upside down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like that people are still going back to the past. Because if I'm drawing it like a gate and it's going upstairs, that's great. But if you're really living in the past, most of the times I'm drawing it upside down. And that's that you're still busy continuing to do things in the past, but, your life is in front of you.
And is there a moment in life that your stairs changed from going down to going up? Or was it always up?
For me, most of the times it's up. Yes, and if I have drawn it, then I've made a specific question, probably, and then it can be shown that I will draw it. But most of the times it's for other people that I was drawing it, a gates.
Mm.
And it can also be a puzzle. I don't know for how many people I've drawn, but it's a lot.
And where does the puzzle come from? What does the puzzle piece mean for you?
It's about life. It's about sometimes you cannot figure out what you want, and you do have to puzzle. And what I like the most is the puzzle with the dots in it.
Yeah.
The dots of the dice. Like you got to take a chance. So if you puzzle, okay, but take the chance also.
Do you mean with chance also the courage to take some risk?
Yes. If you have the dice, you have 1 till 6 dots.
Yeah.
So if I put 1 dot, it's like, okay, just take a risk. If I put 6 dots, now you're going to look at your own artwork. The more dots I'm putting in whatever because I can also make a flower and I put the dots in there or an eye. The more dots is like taking more risks. Try it. Just do it. Mm-hmm.
How many dots are in your puzzle pieces?
Oh, I don't know. I've drawn so many pieces of myself. Sometimes it's 6, and sometimes it's just 1 or 2, and sometimes it's a lot.
It depends maybe also on the moment and also where you're at right at that moment yourself.
Yes, because it's a snapshot. What I'm drawing is a snapshot, and it's following you around. So, and not all the time, because I have a lot of art pieces, and I draw it, I see it, I know it, I put it away. Sometimes, because I had last time, I think like 3 times I have drawn the lighthouse.
Mm.
To be a magnet. I've also put it on my Instagram. So it's like what I'm doing is just be the lighthouse and attract, not go chasing it. Because I was like, oh, I got to put this in the world. What I got is so unique and I love to do it. So then you try to start and, make people aware of it. But it's a different energy. So I just have to shine, say it, tell it, and the rest will follow.
Yeah, it will attract. It will attract.
Yes.
Sam, so upbringing, but you told also the divorce. What the divorce of your parents? Mm-hmm. What impact does the divorce have on you?
Well, it's like, I love my dad. I love my mom. My dad's not here anymore. But the thing is, you see people, children at the moment, they have a father, parent, they come collect their children, for instance. And I know my mom had 2 jobs and also support from my dad. But you miss a lot because it's a different thing. You go to your home, your mom has to sleep, so you don't invite other children. In Suriname, I was in Amstelveen, and of course, and you got a lot of white children at the moment. Amstelveen has more crowded, more darker people now. But in that time, you could tell them. You could tell it on your hands. How do you say it?
Counting.
Count on your hands, yes. And not all the time you're bringing people at your place. I had a few friends and they came, but when I was in basisschool,
Elementary school,
yes. I didn't bring people home, and I was very different at the moment, and I was fighting a lot because of the divorce. Not with girls, with boys.
Oh.
Yes, and my mom told me later on that she never heard from the school about it. Because it was a mom. I know I had to sit in the class and the teacher was there and the mom was coming with her son because he had all kinds of bruises and they had to go to the hospital. I had one thing, when I was fighting, I didn't know anymore. Black. So I fought a lot. And after long years, my mom told me, like, I never heard about that. So the divorce had that impact. I was very aggressive, I think.
Before we move on we go further, do you have the answer? I recognize aggression very much at the same sort of age. It was rage. And but what was specific? Okay, the divorce, but why did it make you angry? Where do you know why you were so angry?
Well, of course you miss your dad. And I was his princess. I'm still his princess, even if he's not alive anymore.
I'm still with you.
And my mom, there are two parents. One is the softie and the one is, very strict. And strict like strict Suriname, but very good. Because if I'm looking nowadays at children, I think like, you need some strictness. And I understand why. And she also got it from her parents, of course. But I miss my dad, because he did funny things with us. He came home and then you trust him. And one time he was making fun. He was, talking with me. And he said, do you want to have lemonade? And I said, yeah. So, you put lemonade a little bit and then you put water in it. But you trust him fully. So he made the joke and he put some lemonade in it. And he gave it without water. And my mom was like, what you doing? And I was like, no, it's my dad. And I was drinking that. And my dad was laughing because, my mom is really funny. And my dad's also funny. And we have this from both sides in the family, like the jokes they make. So... And he brought some light in the house, And my mom also, because if you hear my mom laugh, she can laugh, and within 20 meters you still hear her. It's like beautiful. So, and what I missed about it was the connection between my parents. They had something magic, and of course there was pain and things. But there was something magic, the way they were talking to each other, having fun. And I was always like, even if my parents are not divorced now, I want to have that connection. And I cannot tell you, because my mom loved to cook. And my grandma was cooking for the president, Venetian. So my mom has been taught by my grandma. So she could cook, and then she had his friends, because my father was electrotechnic, and his friends came, and they brought their ladies, and they were having a fun, and the children, they came along, then you sleep with all the children in the same room. But it was, those two had a dimension, and of course later on you hear different stories. But as a child, I know what I saw and what I felt. It was magic. And not everybody could stand that magic.
What do you mean?
No, you know that...
Jealousy?
Well, it's not about jealousy. It's like disrupting. Disruption. But that's all I'm going to say about it. But it's the magic of my parents, what I had, their dynamic, their love for each other. Yes, I've seen love. And that hurted me the most. That I think that was my anger. That was disrupted. Yes, because magic is there to shine. But if there's always things around the corner hiding to take away people's shine. But that's the magic. And I was angry that it was disrupted. Yes. But this until my 12, when I started to go to, when I was to the other school, there was different. There was, that's when I developed other skills. Then I was fighting, and of course drawing, and I'm romantic and puzzle. But at the other school, I was interested in people. I wanted to know what made people tick. Because people love to talk about themselves. That's what I found out at the moment. Because, hey Sam, can we not go to your home? So I flipped it. So I talked about you. I came to your house. And people knew, like, I have my mom. And I know there was somebody I was talking to at the time. And I met her like maybe 8 or 10 years ago. But and she said, you know, Sam, you know everything about me at that time. I didn't know jack about you. So I was very good in flipping the script. Sometimes I do it.
Can you a little bit elaborate on flipping the script? Because flipping the script and people were trying to figure out who you are. Where are you hiding?
Well, I didn't want to talk about myself, about the pain I had for the divorce, or, you know, I was also the only girl in the house. I had my brothers, of course, and we had also a beautiful connection with each other. And of course, brothers, sisters, you know, fighting sometimes, but it was okay in that period. But I understood what people wanted to be seen. And if they were talking like, hey, Sam, they wanted to talk about me. I flipped the script that not talking about me was better. Because I'm not interested. I got away from the pain from childhood. So it's better that I'm talking about you. And people love to talk about themselves. And I love to ask questions because I'm genuinely interested in who you are. So that's why I knew a lot of people like, hey, what makes them tick? And how come you are like that? And why do you feel like that? And also not looking at myself. Safe. Not hiding. Safe.
What helped you during to become less aggressive, less angry?
My interest in, because I'm also a visual artist, so I saw my dad, of course, and he had a camera, so I could use his photograph camera, also saw video camera, and I used an editing software, Pinnacle, and I started to use that, and that's what I love to do this. And I think that evolved me in looking at things differently. I think that saved me, visual things. Also, I was drawing, of course, and still painting. But I didn't draw much more because at school I had a teacher at the moment, and you know you got the schoolkrant, the school paper, and I was in it. And then I came to the other school, and they said like, it was the first year I think I was drawing, and she said, no, I got low grades, and I was like, huh? Why? And then she told me something like, I will never forget that she mentioned me like, well, you're not going to find work with this.
Oh, wow.
And now I understand like, well, you were an artist, but you failed. So now you're in the system because, you know, no. So I developed something else. Okay, not drawing, then I'm going to make pictures. I'm going to film. I'm going to edit. And I still kept on drawing a few times, and then I started painting. And all this combined is what I'm doing. Yes, it sounds like it's autodidact.
Yes.
So I learned it myself.
You
and
learned
of course,
it yourself, yeah.
you got films and everything. Yes.
And yet not yourself, I believe.
Well, I found things I loved about myself.
Comes from somewhere.
Things to do.
It comes from somewhere. Your inspiration comes from somewhere. So is it yourself, or is it by yourself, but also guided?
It's definitely guided. Guided on two ways. And that is my ancestors from both sides, my parents. And also guided, I think that everybody's got their guides. For me, it's nature. For me, it's like the birds in the trees and the totem dieren, totem animals. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. Totem?
Totem.
Totem. You got a totem.
Totem.
Yes, I'm about nature. I'm about love, ancestors. And you feel, if you are really connected with your ancestors and love, that you are being guided. I'm never alone. I've got my, what did Angeli Shannon? Oh yeah, I got my tribe with me. She says yes. So never alone. I know for once I was, I think, 11 years old. And there was a moment I was very sad. And really, I felt like somebody hugged me. I was in bed and I was crying, but really, and then I was blinking with my eyes like, is this real? I flipped on the light. I was looking, my mom was not there. And I was like, because I knew when sometimes I was asleep, wink, wink. And my mom came in the room and then she put the blanket over me, even though I was older. And I was like, oh, yeah, thank you, Mom. And I was like, pretending.
Yeah.
She knows, I told her. But it's nice. Yes, but definitely guided.
Do you have also a clear picture of who of your ancestors are guiding you? Or is it just the energy, what you feel, comes from your ancestor? Or do you have a clear picture?
It's ancestors, but I also know that my mom and my dad were brought up, also their parents, but they were a lot with their grandmother. So from both sides, my mom, I had a great connection with her grandmother, and my dad also. They were their favorites. And so I feel those two.
Could you even make your beautiful art with an ancestor in mind?
Yes. I've done it once. Yes. But then I didn't drawing, but I made one with painting. I'm going to make a picture, I'm going to send it, and you will see.
Yeah.
You'll see an angel standing like this with, yes, like a bird. Yes. And then you see me evolving in the middle.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And is your path always have been a creative path, or did you first figure out corporate business or whatever?
Yeah, corporate business, definitely. I've been working a lot. I'm not one to hold on to different kinds of, to have one job in specific. Because I like to see and learn a lot. And so if you have my CV, people will like, okay, Sam. But I feel that everything what I did, I've seen from learning. I'm very practical. I ask you, you show me, I ask you more, and I do it. And that's what I did. So I have so many different kinds of jobs. I've been a personal assistant. Then I was working a lot of training and development departments, all kinds of different stuff that I even don't know anymore. But the one thing I knew is if I'm bored, I had to get out. If I don't feel the energy, I was once working at V&D at Spaklerweg for 1 week.
Wow.
The work was great. It was about lingerie. The ladies which I worked with was very nice, but the building was so depressing. The energy was so... And I told them, and because every day when I left that building, I was crying. And I was like, why am I crying? Because there was nothing else happening in my life at the moment. Like that I could tell, like, oh, I'm crying because of that. No, when I entered the building, it was like, there was an old building there at Spaklerweg. I will never forget that. And 1 week, and it was a lovely job, but I went out. I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. I felt free when I went out, like, oh.
Yeah, that's the best decision ever made, right?
Yes.
It brings me back to my memory when I left the Marines after 4 years. I didn't want to... you have a sort of period that you get sponsored before the transition from the Marines to the civilian... a civilian job, and but I didn't want to wait because I didn't want to be dependent on that. So I right away started and never forget. Can you imagine being Marine all over the world? And then all of a sudden I thought, okay, I'm going to work in a store in the Steenweg in Utrecht, selling electronics. So from flying and being all over the place and doing a lot of beautiful stuff, and been to Cambodia for 7 months and Norway and all those, and then all of a sudden in a store, and it was such a big leap, but I had to do it, and it lasted only 3 weeks, and I was like, no. And the moment I said, it's a beautiful job, it's a beautiful store, and I really appreciate it, and I got a very good onboarding and everything, it's all on me. But sorry, I'm not in the right place for me. And then I was 21 at that moment. And the relief when you leave something which feels isn't aligned.
Yes, I really understand. And the thing is, I do know that every job I had, it told me something about who I am and what I've learned there. So I'm taking all that with me in this creative journey I'm right in. And somebody, yes, but Sam, in LinkedIn, because for instance, I was at a network event with Charles Ruffalo.
Yeah, the Roof.
The Roof. Well, I'm calling him Charles. Fire. I'm sorry, but I know Roof, but no. Charles and I go way back from MCI World Cup. And but I don't have it on my LinkedIn.
No.
You know, and I do mention that I worked at Dutch-Surinamese Manpower. I have been around the block, but it doesn't define me, a job, because that's what's on LinkedIn. What defines me is what did I learn, I got a beautiful connection, Charles. And I know that what I've learned from him, like networking, because I was...
Network king.
Yeah, he is the network king.
Yeah. I only met him recently, but it was interesting for me to meet him because we have a similar sort of energy. And for the first time, I saw somebody who was really energizing the whole room at Nijenrode, an amazing event. And I was like, huh?
Yes.
He is really energizing everybody. And I recognized that. I was like, hey, this is fun.
Yes. And because of the connection, a true connection I made with him, and like 30 years or something ago, we worked with each other, and I was the PA of the sales director, and they were connected also on a different way, but he was also doing the events with somebody else. And I was like a pit bull, you know. Okay, Charles, what do you want? No, but I need Ronald. And I was like, okay. But I was working like... But we kept a good connection. And a few years ago, I asked him, like, this is what I'm doing, like the art. But I got to go into the world. I don't know how to. Can you help me? So he helped me, gave me a platform like his network. And is that one belief in you... is the way he made me feel about myself within all these years I know him, and that he gave me a chance. But all the jobs I have, I know what it gave me, and it made me the person I am today. It gives me the insight in corporate worlds. I know, because you've got the corporate worlds, and you got like the management, and then you got in between, and then you got the workers. Yeah, I'm going to say it like that. And I've seen a lot, and I've seen what I don't like. I've seen what I do like. Because if a company has people managers, oh, they are lucky. Because it's something else to be a people manager. And now these days, it's very important.
What do you mean by people manager?
It's like a manager that knows who he has around him, sees the people for who they are, and also knows how to incorporate this in the business world, to put the best persons on the place to see and acknowledge who they are, besides what they can do and provide for the company. And to connect that and to see that, you have to be very intelligent and also emotional intelligent.
IQ and EQ.
Yes. And if you can combine that and you can stand for your people, because you know that you have a drawing, like there's a tree and there are always sitting all the birds on every branch, and you know they are shitting. But if you can be that person as a beautiful people manager, and you see your people, and you can stop the shit from above, and you can keep your word, or that's a people manager. And I've seen a few, and they are running. But I hope that companies have more people managers, because it's about people in the company. And of course, they got a product.
Always. No, but it's people first.
Yes. And if you know and acknowledge your people, that's why I like Bas van der Veld, AFAS.
Yeah.
I've seen it, he's told it, and I've seen it, and it works. It's a beautiful...
culture, company culture.
Yes.
It is. I've seen it multiple times because we organized a few big events there, also with We Love SaaS, formerly SaaS Bazen Community. And so one of the big events was there, and also Bas took the stage and explained about the culture and what is important and why it is important. And so I can, it resonates. It's back to you. You were telling that all the combined experiences and learnings defines you. So not a job title. And what are the specific, the most profound learnings for you that help define you? from your working experience?
I work with children, also like a taxi, with difficult children, cluster 4, they call them. And it's not that they are difficult, because that's what they give the title.
No, they're experiencing 9 out of 10 difficulty.
Yes.
And yeah.
And it's the way you looking at them.
Yes.
The way you handle them, the way you approach them.
And the way you make them feel.
Exactly. I had a group. Sometimes I stopped like 4 times within the periods that I had to bring them home. So what did I do? I made a tape on my phone with all kinds of rap beats. And I put it in. I said, come on, I want to hear some skills. And then they went and they were, okay, I can do it. Okay, let me hear you. Okay, everybody silent. And then they were rapping. Okay, now I can. Okay, then I called out them names and they felt so important. And I was driving for, I think, a year, maybe 2 years. And then sometimes you talk to other drivers. I had them 5 days in a week. The drivers looked at me. Oh, no, I cannot handle that. I have them 1 or 2 times, but I'm not going to drive 5 times in a week. Morning and afternoon. And I was like, yes. And they told me, they showed me something. If you see me as a person, not even a child, but you see me really, I could talk to them. And of course, sometimes they were mad because they came out of house and they didn't get what they want, but they come with their energy. And I was talking like, hey, what happened? Talking to, and also got with the parents. So I learned, if I could see you as a person, child, parent, and you find their essence and you know what makes them tick, the only thing is how you can make them feel about what you can do for them. And there was one time that I had to take a boy and I had to hold him like, I don't know how you call it.
Yeah, tight. Really tight.
You know, his head was between my arms and my body. And he was so aggressive. And he was so mad. And he wanted to fight with somebody in the bus. And we were standing in the school. So I got him out. I said, I love you. I'm holding you like this so you won't hurt somebody else. And especially won't hurt yourself. I said, I know that you're mad. And I was talking to him like that. And then all the other teachers were running. And I said, like, okay, I'm handling this right now. I put my hand. Because they came with like running, like, okay, we're going to take this over. I said, I'm going to let you loose. Then you just walk to the school. Don't fight with the teacher. Just walk to the school. It's okay. And so he did that out of respect of me. But I also respected him. Because the teachers were ready to go like, okay, we're going to put them in the room, you know. And I was like, no. He had his moment. He was mad about something at home. And it was okay. But I tried that he didn't get something at school, like that he has to be separated or something. So talk to the teachers nicely. Don't be aggressive. And then I said, okay, Sam, I won't. And then I let him go. So he showed me that love works. And I have many of those different moments also with, I love senior people. Those older people, if you look at those eyes, they've been through a lot. And sometimes they are very lonely. And if you just talk with them and you see them, you give them a few minutes of your time, you make a joke, they've been seen and then, oh.
Beautiful, right?
Yes. I love children. I love older people. They are very, I don't know.
Pure.
Yes, pure.
I've 4 months ago in May, the planning was already 3 months before that. I'm always out for my morning walk. So I have a very strict, regular, not strict, but focused regular program, self-regulation program. And it starts with reading and walking and my early morning walk. And I always saw this beautiful lady of, I think, between 85 and 90. And she was always, weather or no weather, whatever condition, she was walking her dog with a rollator. And she was walking her dog, and little dog. And the dog was very ill, but she cared about it, and it was always, it started with hi, and then we started talking, and all of a sudden, I saw she was living in a big place where, bejaardentehuis, I don't know, and I saw a very big, large piano standing right there, and I was like, one of my best friends, he's a very well-known Dutch Marine, Noten, and he plays the piano at very good level. He played at Bevrijdingsdag for
nice.
on the floating with. So he's and I said, hey Noten, there's a beautiful lady, and I want to give her, and by that the whole house with 80 people, I want to give them a very special moment. Can you play a few songs? And it was just the day after, in the 5th of May is a very special day, and he played for the royalties. So and on the floating on the water with a big yes. And he that's he. And then on the 10th of May, so only 5 days later, he was there in his marine suit, because he's also a marine. I'm a former marine. He's a marine in his active marine, and he was there. And can you imagine 80 people, between 75 and 80 or 90 years. So they were like, wow, what's going to happen? It's a surprise. So I had prepared a speech, and Mevrouw Dart, Lady Dart, her name. A special moment, especially for you. And then I would love to invite everyone to come over to the piano, and we will play some songs. And also between the songs, Noten is going to share with you what the thought behind the songs, behind the music is. And that we recorded it, and I posted it on LinkedIn, of course, also. And but that very beautiful moment, to be able to create such a memorable experience. I will never forget her face. It's priceless. Beautiful.
Yes, and then it's like they are so grateful.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm, especially with elder people, I'm getting old as well, and everybody, for me, it's about my dad, my mom is there. He's my king, he's my queen. But what would I do if I'm getting like old? How would I want to be spoken to? So if I have somebody I can help, especially with the seniors at the moment, I think like, okay, I have to give them a good feeling, a good sense. And I have the most beautiful. I was driving one time to Dappermarkt.
Yes.
And then I had some elderly Suriname women. Then I played those music my parents were listening to. They were like, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, you like this music? They were having fun. And then I was teasing them like, okay, I'm now going to call the Dappermarkt that you're coming here because it's going to be... And they were laughing. I love to make people laugh. Just teasing them a little bit, but making them laugh, and that they feel special being seen. And not that I'm doing that but I love to see how it makes people twinkle, those eyes. Yes.
You were mentioning that there could be more people managers in the corporate world, right?
Yes.
So is that a sort of change you would love to see in that space?
Yes, of course. But the thing is, can you learn to be a people manager? I think it has to be also a great deal of who you are, that you are a people manager. You can have a drive and see how the company has to strive and how they can be bigger. But to be a people manager, you have to have some knowledge in you and also be willing to be. It has to be an essence also from yourself, because not everybody's made to be a people manager.
Well, I can only imagine the experience you just gave me in the 30 to 45 minutes before we entered into this podcast recording. Mm-hmm. I can imagine having that experience introduced in the corporate space. It might help a lot of people who are managing teams, mm-hmm. not necessarily being the people manager at that moment. Mm-hmm. It can unlock a lot of untapped potential within them to become.
That's true.
People managers. Or am I the only one in this room who believes in that?
No, it can be, but you can think that you want to be a people manager, and I can draw something for you and it can unlock. But it also can be that you can see that you think like, no, it's not for me. I only want to be there for the process. I like structure. I like the process. I don't like to be sit with people, knowing their stuff and taking it with them and flip it so I can help them out, manage this with them. Because to be a people manager, you have to be honest with yourself, but you also have to be for the person, because if you have like 10 people, for the 10 people, there may be 2 who are not there yet with themselves. And to manage that, to keep your numbers in the corporate world up mm-hmm. with your sickness and everything, that's a challenge. So how can you manage that? And the people have to trust you as well, especially when there's a reorganisatie.
Yes.
If that's the case. So it takes a lot to be a people manager and also to be a good people manager. Because people have to trust you. They have to know that they work for the company as well. They work for themselves and they love the things, what they do. And not only for the money.
I think there's a big shift in the corporate space, and it's much needed too, because since we're heading towards a new age of technology is rapidly evolving into yes. AI, it is very impacting in all angles of the business, in all disciplines of the business, at all layers of the business. Mm-hmm. I think humanizing the workplace is even more important than ever, and connection. Mm-hmm. So what I do believe is what you just showed me in such a short time can enable a lot of... You don't have to necessarily be a manager, but also maybe an aspiring mm-hmm. manager to find a way to connect to each other and to ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. That's mm-hmm. because that... Yeah, the whole explanation, the whole beauty, and I think there's a huge potential. But who am I? But for you, mm-hmm. To in that space too.
Yes, I would love to. It's because the thing what I do, it's new, and sometimes people are because they cannot mate it.
Mm-hmm. They don't have reference for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh. And it only will work if you can see it, but it has to do with, it's a reflection of yourself. It's a mirror. Mm-hmm. So you also have a mirror. I didn't explain it to you, but you also have a mirror.
Is that in the, oh wait, do I have?
Keyhole.
Yeah, and in the keyhole.
Yeah.
I just want to, yeah. Well, luckily I love to look in the mirror, to be honest.
That's good. No,
did I say that out loud?
It's good. You did say it.
Oh, no. And I recorded it on everything. Oh no. It was a joke. It was a joke.
He does love himself. It's good. It's good to love yourself. It's very good.
What is the ultimate? I don't love the word goal in my question. What is the ultimate quest, and what is the ultimate kind of aim you're trying to achieve with the beautiful art? There is something which you want to unlock.
Yes. Well, it's about reducing the noise around you and feeling self-love for yourself. It's like being kind to yourself, that you are enough. We're trying to validate a lot of things from the outside. It's like people have to validate me. Sometimes I feel also for me that I'm trying to find validation from the outside.
We're only human.
Yes, and but you are enough. And that's a reminder I'm drawing for you. You are enough. It's about self-love. And that if you love yourself and you are aligned with who you are and who you are going to be and who you want to be, that you are the ripple effect with your self-love. That you can touch other people with who you are. It's like you are elevating yourself, but because if you are elevating yourself, you are busy with your personal growth, you are taking people along with you. And also that it will resonate with you. So my art is that reminder. I'm trying to make this as a ripple effect, that people love themselves and connect with other people and showing them also the way. Small, big, young, old. It's about self-love. And I'm doing this ripple effect with my art, with my Ikigai art.
You mentioned self-love.
Yes.
That's a biggie.
It's a biggie.
It's a very biggie. How easy was that for you, or is that for you? Was it always easy to love yourself? Do you love yourself?
I do love myself, but it took me time. It took me a long time. Because I was always giving my energy, my power away, uplifting other people. How do you say it? Wegcijferen.
Yeah, you figured yourself out. So wrong. It's the same like I always get my sin, right?
No, I was not looking at myself, but giving my power away.
Yeah.
So, for the people that don't know me, I'm bald. I lost my hair. I lost my hair. I lost my hair in 2007 on alopecia, and I've got now, like, within a year, a lot of hair disappeared, and they don't know what alopecia is and where it comes from, but it's like the baldness, and I have baldness all over my body. But that was the moment that I started to looking at myself. Like, okay, what does it mean? Why is this happening to me? Who am I? So all the power I gave, like 80% to people, now I gave it back to myself and 20% to people. So personal growth, finding things out about what I am, what I like, who I am.
What you need.
What I need, what I'm good at. And then I found my art. And then I did do my art, but then I gave it more time to evolve. And then all of a sudden it started like, can you also draw for me? And then, can you explain it? And I couldn't explain it. Then I made these symbols. So for me, the self-love came at the time that I was starting to use my passions to heal myself. And with drawing, it elevated.
Yourself and by that others.
Yes, because I was drawing things, because it's like, you all the questions, that's what I believe, all the questions are already in you. But because of the noise, you don't hear it or you don't feel it. And if you can push the noise out of your system, you can hear your answers, because the answers are already in you with your intuition. I believe that we have all been born with a mind, if we can use it. Also with a heart, if we can use and want to use it. And also with our intuition. And if you connect those three, and you are talking to yourself, like, hey, I am the person who wants to do this. And I'm going to tell myself every time, I can do this. I got the power to do this.
I got the power.
Okay, no. Because I can dance right now.
Running Man.
I got the power. But if you're talking to yourself the way that you are hyping yourself, I got this. I'm going to do this. I need to have this. I'm going to talk to persons. I'm not going to be afraid. And if you're doing this a lot, what's going to happen? It's going to come to you because you are resonating like what you want. So I believe if you connect with all the three things you have and put it in yourself, like the way, everybody, if people have religions, fine. I don't have religion. I'm with the nature. But for instance, some people are with religion like Christian, and they are talking to God and how, give me this, give me that, give me so. But if you tell it to yourself,
I believe that too.
and if you everything you saying at that moment to the divine hymn, and you saying the same thing to yourself, what's going to happen? It's beautiful, and we have all our minds, we have all our hearts and our intuition, and it's for a reason we have this. And what if you would use it only on yourself?
And for you, art is the way to go deep inward.
Yes, but the thing is, I'm thinking about something, I only have to draw it and I can read it and think, okay, thank you, I got my answer.
Sam, in this stage of your life, where you are right now, here in the present, here comes my question. How much of who you are right now is nature versus nurture? If you have to do it in percentage.
Nature versus?
Nurture. So nurture is upbringing and the situation around you and environment. How much right now in this stage of your life?
Yes.
How much is nature? It's not an exact like 78%, but how much? Is it more nature or more nurture?
Wow. If I'm talking about nature, then I'm saying about guidance and spirituality. So, of course, my upbringing got things to do, and where I worked got things to do with who I am today. Only my mission, my guidance, nature talking to me is stronger. The other thing is the foundation. And now I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
And do you believe that? I feel that's your calling, right? You're living your calling.
Yes.
And do you believe that your calling is your calling, or came from even before you? What do you believe?
Well, it's interesting because it's not that what I'm doing right now that I can find it somewhere else. Somebody called it lichttaal, what I'm doing, light language, or if I don't know if it's like that's pronounced in English. It's a mission. I do think, because I believe in reincarnation, it's maybe in a different kind of way I'm doing it, but it's something I remember. I cannot explain it, but it's like something I remember, and I have to do this. I have a mission, and how it's evolved and how I'm showing it to the world is maybe different than I maybe used to do. But I've been drawing since I'm young, so that's my first love.
And is it then nature or nurture?
Now it's nature. Because when I was young, I already did remember. Then I forgot because of the noise. And now I do remember.
So you return to your nature.
Yes.
Or come closer or aligned. What I call realign, so I have a program, it's realign. Realign first. So we can do it, we can try to do everything, and there we get to the noise and the clutter, what you say, and we come removed from what our inner calling is, and we can only lead. My fundamental belief is that we can only lead from a zone of empowerment if we realign our autonomy and mastery and purpose. So if they are in line with each other, so autonomy or freedom of choice, what we really feel we want to do, becoming better and better at that, because we love the craft. It's not about a goal, or it's about achieving something. No, it comes from deep within, and you want to improve step by step by step. That's your craft too. And then aligned to a bigger purpose, to serve humanity forward. For me, that is. Yeah. So the reason why I love to invite you is, you are for me somebody who is really embodying and living your truth, and by that helping in your unique way humanity forward. And but there should be always an alignment, and I feel there's a deep alignment, and now, at this moment in your life, it wasn't always there.
No. No.
And but you are really in tune with yourself.
Yes. So it's like 30% maybe nurture and 70% nature.
Amen to that.
Yes.
Hey Sam, we can easily talk for hours. We have touched upon so many things, and spreading love and light, symbols, ripple effect, corporate bridges, and we've touched upon a lot. With all your beautiful lived experience, and but also where you're standing right now, I would love to end our conversation with what guides you.
People. Love and people. Love for people. Connections. What makes people tick. Their essence. And connecting from heart to heart.
Sam, thank you so much. I see that and hope to see that only as a starting point for a very long, indefinite period of time, a relationship. And thank you for joining.
Thank you for your time, and also we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. If something in this conversation steered you, pass it on to someone who might need it. Because sometimes one story is all it takes. Keep going. Keep listening to what matters, and keep being you. Oh, and before we close, a quick call to agency for all the men listening. On December 3rd in Amsterdam, we'll gather again for the next Women's Health at Work sessions, organized by Embrace Health, formerly known as Mama Moon Health. Even if you think women's health isn't your topic, you might have a mother, sister, colleague, or daughter who needs you to show up. The only way to really see what's happening is to be part of the conversation. Looking forward to see you there.